everybody, it's Jessica Nora with another Transformation Tuesday here, going through my journal, the Rituals for Transformation journal with you guys. This is a 108-day journal that basically goes through a lesson each day. And what I do is I share the lesson with you and I explain my experience with the lesson in the meditation. I don't read the entire lesson to you, so if you want to follow along in the book or do the journey for yourself, you can get a copy of the book, and I do link it in the description down below. So let's get right into it. Today is day 23 for me, and today's lesson was I use my words with care. This was a really good lesson for me. I needed to hear this one today. It always happens with these that the perfect lesson comes on the perfect day. One thing I really liked about this lesson was it talked about how powerful your words can be, and this was also mentioned in a previous lesson, and I'll link that video at the end of this one if you want to watch the Power of Words video that I did that was also from this book. Very powerful lesson as well, and this is a good reminder and a good companion to that video, so definitely check that one out if you are interested in this topic. Okay, so today's lesson, one thing that popped out for me is that our words are powerful creators. And we've talked about this before, how the words we speak are very important and we should pay special attention to those. They can be written and also your internal dialogue that you talk to yourself. So it's not only the words you're speaking out loud, but the words that you're speaking internally and also the words that you are writing. So always keep that in mind. You can speak things into existence. That's a phrase I've heard very often, and it's true. I've heard of people speaking money into existence, experiences, good experiences, also bad experiences. So be careful with your words, what you say, how you use them, because you can manifest those things into your reality. So choose to speak life into your experience with your words. You can also change the script of your life. If you're not exactly happy with how things are going right now, you can change the script. You are the author and creator of your life, so you have the power to rewrite the entire script and start over. So keep that in mind. One way you can do that is with your words. So for example, if you are maybe having a bad time at work, or you think that things aren't going your way, maybe you internally start changing the script that things are always coming my way, things are always going my way, and really start to rewrite that script and see what happens for you in the future. You can use this sort of rewriting and rescripting with yourself and with others, and the way you can do that is with positive affirmations. And one example of how I did this was I was a retail store manager for a really long time, and one place that I worked at was a clothing store, and one of the big things we had to do was get people to open credit cards. That was one of our metrics that we were held to. And I had a certain employee, she was a sort of timid girl. She was new to retail, she seemed to be a little bit shy, and I decided that I wanted to give her a little boost and see if I could help her to start reaching her goals with opening credit cards with new customers. So I started to speak positive affirmations to her, like I would just say things to her like, you know what, I have a feeling you're going to be the best credit card opener in the store. I would just say little things to her like this, for example, and I was really surprised that very quickly she did become the #1 credit card opener in the store. So that's an example, a small example of how you can speak positive affirmations to someone else and get results. I'm not saying that they'll be immediate, but when you try to speak positive things to another person, it does, you know, help them to reach the goals that they also want. So instead of always speaking negative things to someone, if they're not meeting their goals, if you try to switch it and speak some positive affirmations to them, even if they haven't happened yet, you can boost the morale and help them to reach their goals. Another thing I want to talk about is speaking positive in other forms of communication, meaning emails. Also social media, this is important, commenting, anything like that, commenting on YouTube videos, commenting on people's posts, anything where you may be writing something out. If you're putting out negativity into the universe, that may come back to you. So just keep that in mind when you're writing things out. Now, another thing I want to talk about is reviews. I know this might sound really weird, but like going on Yelp and complaining about an experience and just writing, you know, like maybe you had a really bad experience at a business and just going online and venting about it and putting that out into the universe, it just is gonna create a weird vibe for you, and then you're gonna sort of feel that karmic energy coming back to you. So just something to keep in mind. I know sometimes we have bad experiences and we want to warn people, we want to complain about it, and if it's a dangerous situation, definitely warn people. But if you just, maybe you got your coffee and it wasn't the best, you don't necessarily have to let the world know about it. Maybe that person was having a bad day, and just by putting that energy out into the universe, you're probably going to get more bad coffees in the future. So just putting that out there. And one last thing I do want to say is, you can't be positive all the time. I understand that. I'm realistic. I understand that there's going to be problems. There are going to be things that happen that are not anything you can just ignore and be positive about. It's just going to suck sometimes. There's going to be things that suck and that you're not going to like, and that's just how the world is sometimes, and that does happen. But instead of always focusing on the problem and only talking about the problem, can you bring some solutions to the table? Can you say, instead of focusing and talking about the problem over and over and over again, can you bring something to the table that could basically solve the problem and bring that to the person's attention that you're communicating with? And if that person doesn't necessarily agree with you on the solutions, have a dialogue back and forth with them and come to a solution. But if you come to a person with a problem and only come with the problem and talk about the problem over and over and over again with them, they're just going to shut down and you're not going to get anywhere, and you're probably going to continue to have that problem. If you come to that person and say, hey, this is an issue that I see, and then here's a possible solution, then you open that dialogue and you can work through it. Like I said, it's not always rainbows and unicorns every day. I understand that. I would love it to be rainbows and unicorns every day, but there are times when you have to get real and ground yourself and get down to the nitty-gritty. It's just all about how you approach it. And when you approach it in a way where you can open a dialogue with someone, you're more likely to get solutions. So just keep that in mind for the future. I wanted to end on that note, and really that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you know when I put out these videos on Tuesdays. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.